Hello and welcome. We're here today with Dr. Emily Letran, and you're going to find out an awful lot about this lady and what makes her unique, a unique business owner, a unique entrepreneur, as well as a unique person to be able to help business owners, specifically dentist entrepreneurs. Before we get in to talk about how you help entrepreneurs, dental owners, specifically women dental practice owners, I'd like you to talk about your story. It's kind of an amazing coming to America story, and really an improbable success story, and really what it taught you.
Well, thank you so much, Ron. It's an honor to be chatting about this and to help people know more about me. So I was actually born in Vietnam back in the late 60s. And I grew up during the Vietnam War. I remember every night watching on TV bombings and dead bodies and a lot of propaganda. So in 1975, the Vietnam War ended, the Americans left, and the communists came in, and life just changed overnight. I remember everybody just dressing in plain clothes, and you're not supposed to really talk about how much possession you have, and you're really not supposed to share all of your personal things because there's always Big Brother watching. 1 year after the communists took over, my mother passed away due to cancer. I was 8 years old. And a couple years after that, Vietnam was going to go to war with China in the north and Cambodia in the west. And, you know, here we go again, enlisting all the young men to go to war. And at this point, my aunt, she's my dad's younger sister, she decided to leave the country. She was going to take her 2 kids, my older brother, and 2 guy cousins to escape the draft, really. And my dad told me, you need to go with your aunt because you're the oldest daughter in the family and you need to help her take care of the family. Because as a girl, I wasn't going to be drafted, but I left. I left behind my dad, my 2 younger siblings, and I've never seen him again. So we were on a boat, a fishing boat. It was about 50 feet in length with 60 people crammed together just like sardines. We were on the ocean for 7 days, the first 2 days with food and the next 5 days with just sips of water. And we arrived at a refugee camp in Malaysia. We were there for about 3.5 months, and I really saw, you know, life at, I guess, at the bottom where you don't have anything, you don't have a future. You try to learn and grow up among strangers. So when I came to this country, my luggage were hope and faith. And I remember every night, I would stay up all night long trying to translate almost every word from English to Vietnamese so I could understand what was being taught to me. I went to school with a dictionary, a little portable dictionary that sometimes I opened under the table so I could try to translate whatever the teacher was saying. And I overcame that. I overcame the language challenge. I overcame the culture shock. And I finished high school as a valedictorian. I went to undergrad. I finished undergrad in 3 years, Phi Beta Kappa, magna cum laude. And then I was very privileged to get accepted to UCLA Dental School. I did 4 years of dental school. And I finished my DDS degree at the same time as the Master in Oral Biology. And since then, I built, I sold, I bought practices. My practice, I have patients who've been with me for 25 years. And I believe that I've confronted just about every resistance, every roadblock, every type of crisis involving with an entrepreneur dentist or a woman dentist owner. And I have built answers and solutions to them all.
Wow. When I hear a story like yours, I often wonder if in the same situation I would be able to muster that kind of courage.
You know, courage is one of my favorite subjects, and I want to share a story of JFK when he was on the PT-109. JFK was a naval lieutenant back in August of 1943, and his patrol torpedo was hit by a Japanese destroyer. The boat sank. He had to call abandon ship. and he and his men were trying to swim to shore, looking for an island. He actually was strapping one of the men in a life vest and drag him along, swimming for several hours. And once they got to the first island, they had to swim from island to island over a period of 6 days because they were looking for fresh water and food. And when he finally got rescued, he received the Marine Corps and the Naval Medal and also a Purple Heart. When people asked JFK about courage, his answer was, "I didn't have much choice. They sunk my boat." For dentists though, no one sunk their boat. So they have the luxury, the temptation, the ability to really procrastinate. They put things off until tomorrow. They surrender in the face of difficulty. And a lot of times they settle for less than the practice and the life that they want and they deserve. One of the things I do as a coach is I strip all of that away and we get to stark clarity, to urgency and accountability.
So let's tell the rest of the story. You went from coming to America to achieving some incredible things. Can we quickly go through and catalog those?
You want a long or short catalog?
What you think is appropriate.
Well, okay, I'll try to do the catalog. So academically, obviously, I finished dental school. I got a master's degree. I'm part of organized dentistry in the ADA, the CDA. I'm recently got nominated to be part of the International College of Dentistry, which is an honor society that a very small percentage of dentists got invited to. It's a global community. In practice, I am currently going through the 7th practice acquisition. I've had practices over the years that I have patients who come to me for 25 years, 4 generations of patients. One of my newest practice, I bought it for my daughter as a gift for her graduation from UCLA. So I'm happily practicing with her there. In financial, I own multi-million-dollar home. I invest in real estate. I invest in my own commercial building. I have multi-specialty group practices where I can leverage the time and the talent of other dentists. And I'm able to take time off, whether it's for kids' performance or I'm traveling to do other things. In addition to practicing as a dentist, I also coach dentists on high performance. And that means helping them getting that clarity, getting the most productive, understanding themselves to take themselves to the highest level. I also do consulting for business. We focus on patient acquisition, patient retention, lifetime value of the patient, creating staff synergy to increase productivity, getting involved in community service so you can create the biggest impact. It's not just you as a dentist within your own 4 walls, it's who you are in the community so people know you, like you, trust you, and come to you. I also help people stand up and stand out as an authority. Myself, I'm an author. I wrote my own book and I co-author some books, so there's a total right now of 16 books. I write articles for Dentistry Today, drmikehusband.com, Dental IQ. I'm a speaker. I'm very honored and blessed to be speaking in several continents. Besides the Dental Association and the Dental Society here, I've spoken in Australia, in Asia, in Europe, North America, South America, and one of my newest adventure is going to be featured in 2 movies, The Science of Getting Rich and The Lost Message.
And that's the short list.
That is a short list.
So, okay, well, let me ask you, do you think that you've had greater obstacles to overcome as a woman than do the men?
In some way, yes. It can be very lonely for a woman dentist to seek the highest performance, pick personal performance and personal growth, and pursue excellence. I learned how to do big things, how to succeed fast as a woman up against all kinds of struggles. And I've done that without burnout, without guilt, without stress, and without being intimidated really by criticism for my choices and my ambition. I know you could constantly hear discouraging voices from people who are very well-meaning, family, friends, colleagues. They'll be asking, why can't you be satisfied? And I know women dentists hear the same message. Because if you're a woman, for some reason, you're expected to do less, to be less, to set lesser goals, and well, they say to tend to your knitting. If I am describing the resistance you experience, then you and I will have a meeting of the mind. Because I know it could be discouraging and cause a lot of mental and emotional stress, but I promise you it doesn't have to. That's why one of my 2 coaching programs is exclusively for women practice owners. And I also find the high ambition entrepreneur dentists face a lot of resistance and loneliness too.
How so? And what do you mean by entrepreneurial dentist anyway?
Well, you know, the entrepreneurial dentists are the ones who are not content. They are creative. They have expansive ideas. They may be the one running multi-specialty group practices. They have associate doctors working with them so they can leverage on their time and their talent. They own their own building so they can pay rent to themselves and write off a bunch of stuff. They have multi-locations. And I've done all of this. It is lonely for the dentist with big ambition. We are often misunderstood. We are accused of being workaholics. We are told to just take it easy. Most of what we've been told have been made for people playing small ball. The word entrepreneur and dentist are rarely used in the same sentence.
So Dr. Letran, in both situations, or in either situation, what's the prescription? What is a dentist to do in order to create breakthroughs?
Yes, I look at least 9 things to help my client create breakthroughs. The first one is to have an accurate assessment of their strength, their weakness, the obstacles, and the opportunities, to look at what they already have and maximize that to get better results. The second one is to have absolute clarity, to understand exactly what your goals are so you can achieve your goals to retire or to go do philanthropy or to grow in a certain amount of time. So what is your daily goal, your weekly goal, your monthly goal, your yearly goal? And the important thing is to have that clarity share with the people who work with you, with your loved ones and your team. The third one is to erase scotomas, the blind spots, to have a fresh pair of eyes that are very, very objective looking at your progress. The fourth one is to organize your real plan and your real timetable, to actually be truthful to yourself that you could actually do whatever you say that you're going to do. The fifth one is to have the support so that you know that you can implement and you can execute and you can get to the results that you want. The sixth one, and this is a difficult one for a lot of people, is to have accountability. A lot of time dentists work by themselves, so they're supposed to be accountable to themselves, and we all know that most of us do not keep ourselves accountable. So when you have a coach who can nudge you a little bit, remind you things, you will come across more accountable to yourself and to your team, to your family, and really get to your goals. The seventh one is to acquire proven strategies and methods so you can accelerate the speed of achievement. And that's one of my favorite things, is to do things in less time, get more results, and do it in an easier way. The eighth thing is to actually match your practice and your income improvement with your personal improvement. It is called personal high performance. And we're just not looking at one thing, we're looking at everything. And 9, simply making the entire practice work better with less stress and less frustration. Because just racking up big numbers is not a wise way. To get more new patients and have more operatories and working longer hours is a mistake. Getting on a bigger hamster wheel and running faster is a common mistake that a lot of entrepreneurs do. I believe in a more holistic, sophisticated approach so that family, lifestyle, stress, peace of mind, financial security is all considered.
Do you play a role other than this consultant/coach?
Well, I've played several roles, but I believe I bring 5 specific things to the table to help my clients. First is I'm the trusted and trustworthy advisor. Secondly, I am the sounding board, the person that you can have completely honest conversation with. Third, I offer far more experience to draw from. It's my experience and my clients. Fourth, I'm able to keep you calm when you're not. And fifth, I have no competing agendas. My main goal is for you to be more successful.
What are the next steps to engage with you?
Yes, if you've gotten your info kit, There's an application in there, fill it out, get it back to me, and schedule your exploratory call. If you don't have the kit, you can go to coachroi.com and fill out a questionnaire and schedule your exploratory call with me.
And what can people expect on this private exploration call?
Yes, on the call, there's several things to expect. Number one is you will be listened to. This is not a canned, scripted presentation. It is all about you, 100% individual. Secondly, you will get experience-based, candid assessment and feedback. We're going to discuss of where you and your practice stands, where you hope you would be, where it would be by now, the changes that you want, even if you don't think you can have them, and what are the roadblocks and the possibilities. Thirdly, we will have a discussion of appropriateness. What aspects of exceptional leverage coaching curriculum may apply to and promise the result for you and your practice.
And what will people expect if you accept them as a private client?
Once I accept them as a private client, we will set up our monthly calls with pre-schedule, and I will support them all the way to get them and their practice to the next level.
And when you don't accept doctors into your programs, why?
Well, different people need different kinds of support at different times in their business and their life. I'm not right for any or every dentist. There are good reasons. For example, someone may need to be in a big group program with a lot of classes and seminars and motivation, and I don't provide that. Some people want a variety of improvement and goals, but frankly, they are clearly not ready to dig in and make the necessary changes. I feel that they are not coachable. Basically, I know who I'm looking for. I know by their data, by their information. I know by what they say or how they say it. I know what clues I'm listening for. And because I deliberately keep my private client roster small, I am selective. I want people to feel certain that they can be successful with me. And that's why I call the initial call with me an exploratory call. It's really not a selling call. We are exploring what can be accomplished together.
Dr. Letran, that was excellent. Thank you for your time. You've given them a lot of information, and I think it's important for people at this point in time to decide if this lady is right and her experiences are right for you. If it is, as she said earlier, you can go to coachroi.com, fill out the questionnaire, get it back into her, and schedule an exploratory call with her. But that's really the next step for you at this point. Dr. Letran, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.